All right, I'm here today with Ms. Davino. We're here to talk about all the great things that are happening right now in the middle of October. We've got some great things going on this week and some things to look forward to. One of the things to look forward to is next Wednesday night, we're having a community meeting up at the high school in which the CPAG is presenting a speaker talking about childhood anxiety. I think it'd be very important for some of our parents to
Actually, that's at Lounsbury.
Oh, sorry, that's right. It's at Lounsbury.
That one's at Lounsbury Hollow, and that's at 7 o'clock in the library. And that's about anxiety, which is a great topic and something that we're really focusing on here in the district. We're talking a lot about social emotional learning, so it ties right in. At the high school, there is another event, though, being hosted by an outside organization. Maybe that's why you were confused. I think the League of Women Voters is hosting our mayoral candidates.
They are.
Same night at the high school.
Right.
I think same time as well. So maybe a bit of a conflict for our parents, but obviously the school is the heart of the community, right? So we've got all these things happening. But I'm really excited about the piece that the CPAG is hosting, and that's the Special Ed Parents Advisory Group. It's free. You don't need to register, and you can be the parent of any child in the district. Your child does not have to be in any of our classified programs.
Right, so that's at Lounsbury,
Yes.
and then the mayoral candidates will be up at the high school,
Yes.
which we met with them this week, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you to meet these three fine people who are running.
I agree.
So-
Tremendous.
All right, so we got a lot of other things going on in the school district. We'll show you some slides, but this was the week of respect.
It was.
All the things that were going on in the high school, Spirit, the Freshman Academy had a whole open house. Our students are learning about respect, both online and with their peers. We had fire safety this week, so we had the fire engines at the different schools. So your students, of course, have probably come home and talked about the firemen who were nice and telling them all about being safe. So that was all going on.
Yeah, a lot of great things happening. The other thing is that don't forget parent-teacher conferences are coming up.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't had the chance yet to go on the parent portal through Genesis, that's every school except for Cedar Mountain. Cedar Mountain is using Sign Up Genius, I believe. But the other schools are using parent portal through Genesis. Please make sure you do that. And I have to put in a plug for Schoology. Our tech department, of course, credit to Magic Matt behind the camera,
Absolutely.
but credit to our IT department who worked really hard to get the Schoology parent portal open. Folks, if you haven't had a chance to try this as a fellow parent, please do it. You can set reminders as often as you like. I have them set for every day, so I get a reminder every day at 4 o'clock to find out if my children and what homework my children have, so that when your children come home and you say, how was your day? And they say, fine. What did you learn? Nothing. That's not true. This Schoology opportunity for parents changes everything. It will show you homework so that you can be really more engaged with your children at home. It's a great, great platform. And Magic Matt, do you know how many people we've had? Lots of people open that up the very first day. Do you remember?
600 the first week.
600, right? Which is tremendous. So
And we've
that's a
had great
thing.
sign-ups through Genesis for
Yes,
the
for
parent
conferences.
So we're very excited about that. Now, another thing, parents, is this Monday. This Monday is an abbreviated school day,
Yes.
so we can get some professional development done. You know, in the past, we've had full days off on Columbus Day, but we've decided to bring our teachers in and our students in and then dismiss them early.
Yes.
And then we'll be doing PD in the afternoon. We've got a big PD piece going on here and in various other buildings. So that's on Monday. They'll be coming home early.
Yeah, and the last piece is don't forget to check out Mr. Foley and the wonderful successes we've had in athletics. You'll see in the podcast.
This has been some fall season, so congratulations to
Yes.
all of our student athletes who have been involved in this season. There's undefeated teams up at the high school. There's teams that are doing amazing things and programs that are growing. We're very proud of all of our student athletes and all that's going on with the band as well. Congratulations to them.
Tremendous season.
They had a
Yeah.
third place finish at the Yamaha Cup, so it's really been a great fall.
Greetings, my name is Karen Davino. I am the superintendent of schools. I am here with Bill Foley, our athletic director. I'm so excited to be here with Bill to talk about athletics. A special thank you and a shout out, of course, to Matt Shea, Magic Matt, who takes care of our podcasts here in the district. Today we're going to talk about athletics. And one of the things that Bill knows about me is that I'm not an athlete. I've said this before, but I've always recognized the importance of athletics and sports for our students, right? I know it's something that we both agree on, and the importance of dedication and commitment and teamwork and time management. It teaches our students just unbelievable skills, not just as athletes, but as young adults who are going into college or the workplace. But we have some great news for you, because not only are our athletics focused on the whole child, making sure that we're instilling all of those skills, but we are winning. We're having a tremendous fall season up here at Vernon High School. So proud of our Vikings. Why don't you give us an update?
Sure. Everybody's always happy when we're winning, right?
Yes.
So this fall has been kind of like no other from past years. Everybody's doing very well. And going back to those life lessons, we can start off right away with the field hockey program, which is 11-0 actually right
Wow.
now.
Tremendous.
They're hosting High Point in the second round of the HWS tournament here today, 3:30. And when you speak about educational based athletics and life lessons, the program always does a fundraiser for a local Vernon family, and just this week the program raised over $1,500
Wow.
and gave that money back to a Vernon family in need. So kudos
It's quite
to
special.
Coach Colleen and
Yeah,
the program.
absolutely.
And again, they're 11-0. They have a chance to win their division, which is really nice, and move on in the HWS tournament and get themselves a really nice seed for the state tournament.
That's great news.
So
And there's great news all around, right?
all around, yeah. Boys soccer, girls soccer, both advancing to the second round of the HWS tournament. Boys soccer 7-4 currently. Girls soccer 8-4, and great senior leadership on both teams. That's really pushing them forward. Football's off to a 1-3 start, but
Right.
they've gotten a win, which we haven't had a regular season in the
Right.
last 3 years, and every game has been competitive. We're putting up a lot
Yes,
of big
lot of
numbers,
points, yeah.
a lot of big points, but we're giving up some points
we
too.
are.
So it's whoever scores the most, and we've been on the odd end of that, but a lot of positives there. The program's building. There's more numbers out. Coach Down's doing a great job reaching out
Yes.
to the community and talking to the coaches down below and the young kids. So they're doing real well. Our cross country boys team just went undefeated in their division, in the
Amazing.
NJAC division, and Chris Ruiz, a senior, is doing great stuff there. He's been our number one runner for Vernon all year. And the girls cross country team doing well as well. I think they finished second in their conference. Girls tennis, we had senior Juliet Ross, who second singles player, performed very well for us at the HWS tournament.
Wow.
She won 3 matches in one day to advance
Oh my
to the
goodness.
quarterfinals, and that's never happened before for one of the
Wow.
girls, for girls tennis and Coach Miller. And volleyball is 7-7 currently. They're doing real well in their division, and they're expected to make the state tournament moving forward. And we also have our cheer team, which is getting ready for
They
their
look great.
competition season.
Yeah.
Coach Hagedorn and Coach Rigler doing a really good job. And we'll actually be hosting the HWS cheer competition in
Oh.
December here at Vernon.
Okay, I didn't know
which
that.
will be
That's
nice.
great.
Yeah,
Good.
so we
We'll
can
have to
get
do
all
a
the
special podcast. for
Yeah,
that. That's
we
the
can-
first time, right? Is that new for us, or maybe it's been a few years?
It's new for us here
Okay.
hosting, and they
Good.
try and alternate between 100 and
Yeah.
Selection and Sussex.
Right.
So we put our name out there, and we have the facility
That's
to host
great.
it, which
Yeah.
is nice, and it'll be good for our community to come
Absolutely.
out and support those girls.
And you're right. I mean, we have such a beautiful facility, and not just the high school itself, but I mean, it's just tremendous here. So anytime we can showcase what we have,
Definitely.
is great.
Definitely.
Tell me just a little bit about what you think all the positive things have done for our students. I mean, I know what I've observed, but
Sure.
you're here every day. I'm only here periodically. So
Yeah.
what's happening in the school when we've got these kinds of wins and kids that are giving back to the community? Like, what happens to our student body and our coaches?
Yeah, it's not a secret that winning does breed a culture of positivity and collaboration and community support. You see more fans out there,
You do.
locally, but the kids, we have a great sense of school pride. You're seeing that
I agree.
increase.
Yeah.
You're seeing kids out there painting their chests with
Yeah.
with letters.
Lots
and-
of blue and yellow, blue and gold last
and
week.
they're coming
yeah.
out and supporting the teams. Going to they'll go to a field hockey game in the afternoon, and then if we have a girls soccer game that night or a boys soccer game, they're
great.
attending that. So, and just the teams are supporting each other as well too.
Yes,
So there's
I
been
noticed that.
great support, great sense of pride, and we want to support that and
Yeah.
motivate those kids to come out and support the teams. It's a
Yeah,
great,
I think it's tremendous. And the last thing that we'll share is, I mean, not only thank you to Bill for coordinating all of this. I don't know that people know, but the role of the athletic director is unlike any other supervisory role in the district. We've talked about this. A lot of odd hours and a lot of away games and home games and a lot of work and commitment to make that happen. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, no problem.
And thanks to all of our coaches that are doing a tremendous job in coaching and guiding our athletes. And for the folks at home, I probably haven't done this in a while, but I always try to remind our younger families, right? If you're the parent of a child at Glen Meadow or even at Lounsbury, think about what will happen when you were here at Vernon High School, right? Last week I was here, it was Spirit Week. It was tremendous. I mean, every day of the week, students and staff were dressed in Vernon colors. We've got another Spirit Week coming up for the Week of Respect up here at Vernon High School. The culture at the high school, I think, is shifting in a really positive way, and that is because of coaches, it's because of teachers, it's because of administration really working hard to be very inclusive, I think, of our students, and our kids have tremendous pride, and we want our Lounsbury, our Glen Meadow kids, when you get up here, this is a really, really great place to be. So think about the potential that you have to be part of a championship team and part of a really wonderful school. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, Mr. Foley, and congratulations to all of our student athletes and coaches.
Again, for October, so many exciting things. I thought maybe I'd show you some pictures. So let's take a look at what we had this week. One of the interesting things was Miss McAloney's class had a playwright in, and they Skyped with him. And I just wanted to show you not only the wonderful thespian students and the playwright on Skype, but also the room they're in. This is the new distance learning room that we have at the high school. This was paid for by a HEFT grant, H-E-F-T grant, that was given to us by Sussex County Community College. So thank you to John Connolly, the president of Sussex County Community College, and his team, who has worked with Matt Shea and our team in order to make this happen. This is an interactive room that has cameras that would actually follow a speaker as they lecture. It also has the ability to, if you look at that whiteboard there, when they're writing on it, that can be transcribed immediately into notes on someone's device, whether it's their Chromebook, their laptop, their phone, or their iPad. It is a fascinating place. The future rests in a room like this. You'll be hearing more about it as the year goes on. And of course, this is about Werner Teichman, who is the writer, director, and theater instructor that spoke to the students. This was an amazing experience for Miss McAloney and her students. So I just wanted to thank all of them and the playwright for his time when talking to our students. It's a great way for our students to realize the big wide world and where they are. The coalition dinner happened on Monday night, and this is the entire group. As you can see, there's administrators here, people from the Board of Education, of course, our wonderful students who are involved in the coalition, Rebecca Dorney and her team, and all the folks that are involved on the county level and also on the state level, politicians and people in the community. It was a gathering that shows the best of Vernon. The kids released the video, which we'll show you in a little bit, but also it was dinner and everyone sharing ideas on how to keep our children safe. Here's the group. It's called the Vernon Youth Action Group, and they presented for us that evening. You can see the cutouts behind there. Everyone was asked to write certain things on the cutouts. It was a great evening, and we appreciate all of these students' efforts. We have a community-wide soccer night, community-wide field hockey night, and it brings out the best of all of our students. And this is Bryce Greer, who sang the national anthem that night before the community-wide boys soccer night. We call them youth nights. This is what they look like. Now, there was a soccer game going on. Vernon played Kittatinny, and they won 2-0. And congratulations to the soccer team, who is, again, one of our great fall teams this year that are doing very, very well. Congratulations to the coaches, Joe Jones and his team and his cohort of coaches who put this together. But as you can see, the young guys come out, and then at halftime during the game, they have a shootout. And this happens with many of our sports, and I want to thank Mr. Foley for initiating this idea in the last couple of years. It's a wonderful way, if you will, to vertical team our teams so that students see what it's like to be in the high school, and they can aspire to be great athletes by the time they get up to the high school. All right, so this Wednesday, October 14th at 7 p.m., and that's at the Lounsbury Hollow Library, our CPAG in coordination with the Vernon Township School District Office of Special Services, is going to offer this: stress and anxiety management for our youth. This is an important discussion that we're having about our students, about students nationwide, and the stress that they're feeling. And I think for parents, this is a wonderful opportunity to see this event and see the speaker. I think it's something that everybody might want to take a look at. So this Wednesday, October 16th, if you're not going to the mayor and council discussion at the high school, please join us at Lounsbury Hollow Library, and we look at the anxiety that we're seeing in some of our students and what we can do to help them with that. Finally, Superhero Day. This is connected to Week of Respect, in which we were talking about all of our students being heroes and doing the right thing. So our IT team dressed up as superheroes, and this is Matt Shea, a superhero among superheroes, with his Iron Man costume and also his Marvel Iron Man car. It doesn't get any more superhero than this picture. Thank you, Matt, and the IT team for all the wonderful things you do. You are our heroes. So it's been a great week. We're looking forward to the next 2 weeks in October. It's a wonderful time here in Vernon, beautiful fall weather. One of the most interesting things that happened this past week was on Monday night. The coalition had their annual dinner, and we had it at the Red Tail Lodge, and we really enjoyed ourselves because we got to see the kids at their best.
They were tremendous.
So credit to Rebecca Dorney and her group and everybody that was involved. The state senators were here, local dignitaries were here, mayors, police chief. So it was a great evening to pull our community together.
Yeah, and one of my favorite parts of the evening, speaking of our students, was that our very own Vernon students, our Vernon High School students, created a video about marijuana and the dangers of marijuana. And if you check the link below that Matt will take care of for us, you will see that video. Please click on it. I'm so proud of our students. It was very well done, very professional. And I think it's really a message that needs to get out there from our students. And kudos to all of them. The students and the staff through the coalition do a really tremendous job.
We really hope that these podcasts let you know how proud we are. I wish all of our parents could see what we see every week.
Yeah, me too.
When we go into the classrooms, we see wonderful teachers working hard. When we work with our local staff and our secretaries and everybody else, and how hard they're working. But when we see some of these things that we're seeing at night, whether it's the community people coming out running for mayor, whether it's all of these activities, the coalition, or anything, the Vernon Youth Night that I just pointed to, it is an amazing community and people are doing great things. I just wish they could see all that we see.
Yeah.